Hey folks, hello and welcome back to the Marketing and Business Show. My name is Peter Langan. I hope you guys are doing really well. We have a special episode for you today. So today what we're doing is, it's not like all the episodes we've done previously. It's actually something that we have recorded for the members inside our Product Launch Ninja community. It is basically the first, I don't call it an episode, but the first in a unlimited, so it's not, there's no end date on it, series of videos documenting myself and Alex building out a Amazon business, an Amazon brands from scratch. Hope you guys enjoy it. It's here for you, and let's go.
So this is the first episode of PLN Live, a special bonus series module training that we're going to be adding in over the course of the next few months, and hopefully even longer than that. And we're going to first explain what PLN is, why we created it, and then we're going to jump in. So PLN Live came about because when me and Peter first started with our Amazon businesses, one of the best ways that we learned from people was, of course, we followed step-by-step trainings and stuff, but the best way and the fastest way to achieve success and get really good at finding products for Amazon FBA and growing a long-term business is following in someone's footsteps who's already succeeded. And this is basically meaning being able to watch us, like screen share, showing you exactly what we're doing. Every decision that we make, every product that we choose, every product we don't choose, and no stone left unturned. So PLN Live is going to be a series of videos where me and Peter are actually going to build out not a new brand, but we're going to start adding in new products to our existing brand and show you exactly what we're doing, the decisions behind what we're doing, so you literally can borrow our skill sets basically and be the fly on the wall as we build out our business. So that's where PLN Live has come about. And I think in this first episode, we are going to just treat this as an introduction. We're not going to do any product research just yet. We're going to talk about maybe the mindsets behind business, what our projections are, what our plans are. So you can hear a little bit about that. And this will all be raw, uncut stuff. So we're not going to do any fancy editing. It's just going to be me and Peter on a video like this, or audio if you're listening, and we're just going to talk, and you're just going to listen, and you're going to learn.
Yeah, I'm hoping these, Alex, will be like an inspiration for people. I think a lot of times in this game, in the Amazon FBA, and specifically private, did I say that right? Specifically. Did I say it right, Alex?
Specifically.
Basically, in this game, a lot of people, they're always very protective of their products. It's sometimes like, oh, you can't see what I'm selling. No, you can't see it. Like, they'll tell someone in the pub, but they won't tell someone that's in the game. It's like, they're going to steal my product. To be honest, guys, anyone here in this community, or I would hope anyone listening, would realize that is a very, very foolish decision. I'm not saying that because we're sharing stuff. No, I'm just being in general, like, that's not a wise thing to do, because you're just going into a market that's already have someone that's actually doing the game right. And then obviously, if you're selling the same listing, it's just not going to sell as well as, if that product wasn't there, if you know what I'm saying. So basically, I always found that kind of something that I didn't really buy into. I think, it's important to share, because I think that helps people learn. It helps people move forward. It also helps people see what works. Like, sometimes people need to see someone else doing it, really doing it, before it actually all clicks and makes sense. Would you agree, Alex?
It's like a demo, I guess. That's the best way of describing it. So if you're trying to sell something, or you want to buy something, for example, I'm talking from my perspective. If I want to buy something and I'm sometimes I'm a bit unsure, especially say, for example, I'm buying some software off the internet or something, or a plugin, or an app for my phone that's paying for subscription or something. For me, I like to see a demo of it first. So I like to see somebody literally doing a screen share, or somebody literally showing me all the features of the thing. And that is usually the catalyst for me to be like, right, I'm going to go and buy that. So in this sense, that's what we're trying to get across. Like, we're literally just almost going to do a business building demo with you for Amazon FBA. So hopefully that will help you. Hopefully it'll improve you as a seller, and hopefully it'll help you reach success faster.
Absolutely. And then I think it's also worth pointing out, like, we've built the course, we have the Monday coaching calls, we do all this, right? But even when you do that, things still pop up that, we could never foresee. Like, when I'm placing orders and stuff like that, problems arise. And this whole business, I remember when I used to, I won't say it was a job, but I remember someone asked me, like, what do you do, Peter? I'm like, I'm a problem solver, solve problems. And then I solve the next problem. But you know what I mean? Like, business is
a problem solver or a firefighter.
What do you say, Alex? Yeah, I think so. Literally, though, in business and in this game, you're always solving problems, which you have to just learn to go with the flow. And I know it's easy for me to say it, but I tell you, some days I don't feel like I'm like, oh, problems. But no, it's just the way it is, and they pass. But I think by sharing it here with myself and Alex, sharing exactly all the problems and all the successes and all the wins and all the, everything that works come up, I think that'll really be beneficial to you guys just listening. I think that's worth the most. And when I used to do this before a bit, I used to share my story a little bit. People really, really loved it. And the amount of people came up to me, and I know we mentioned this on a podcast, me and Alex done a while back, but people really do enjoy it.
Well, honestly, that was the reason I started doing this, from watching your videos. They were literally raw, uncut videos of watching you do product research and you just talking through what you were doing. So, like, instead of just clicking around and not really knowing as a watcher, like, what was going on, you were, like, literally showing us products and showing us why you were choosing this and really going into the details, into the weeds of, like, what made a product work or what made it not succeed. And doing that, literally, you can borrow someone's skill set. You can be the fly on the wall, watch what they're doing, and adopt exactly what they're doing, rather than doing things yourself from a trial and error standpoint. Because I guess to some extent we've done that. I know we've had mentors pretty much from the start, but there are some stuff that we've done in the past few years which have been trial and error. We've just been like, you know what, fuck it, let's just try this and see if it works, or bollocks, that didn't work. But then, maybe something does come along that does work, and then you're like, right, what worked about this versus what didn't work about that, and let's double down on the things that did work. And this is kind of like, this is the journey we've been on, and it's been the same for both of our Amazon businesses, I would say. And yeah, that's that.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I think it's also worth pointing out, like, so when we're on the Monday night coaching calls, right, and then I'm doing something, right, and you're kind of filling in why I'm doing something. I think when I was recording, like, over the shoulder stuff on my own, I try to fill the silences because, in my head, I was thinking things. Oh, that's not right. This is not right. That's good. That's bad. I was doing all this. And sometimes I think as mentors and as coaches, we can forget that people mightn't necessarily know why I'm doing something or why we're doing something. And then, you were pulling me up on that on one of the calls. You were just saying, oh no, Peter's doing this because of this. Peter's doing that because of this. So I think with this series, which, like, I really want to keep growing this. This is something that there's no end date on this. It's just something that's going to keep going. I think the whole point of it is to really, as Alex said earlier, just to allow you guys to completely get under the hood, as it were, and just understand exactly why we're doing things. And if things work, you know why they work. If something didn't work, we have to be completely transparent and honest. Say, this didn't work because of X, Y, and Z. Don't make that mistake.
Yeah.
Because everything's changing all the time. So we're all learning. You never stop learning. But I think by me and Alex going ahead for you guys, we'll avoid, even more so, you guys making some mistakes. And there's always potential for mistakes, but that's how you learn. That's how business works. That's how you grow. So that's game plan here. So basically, in a nutshell, how we plan to do this, okay? Because every business, this is going to be in a fresh account as well. So we're going to be starting a fresh account for this, fresh Amazon account, right? Every business needs investment, right? So, like, capital to start, okay? So we're going to start by putting some capital in, and we'll have to actually figure out what that is. How much, but we'll have to identify products, and that'll probably leverage on how much money we need to put into it. But the idea would be that every month we put money into this business just repeatedly. So every month, if it's 1,500, $2,000, $2,500, right? And in your business could be different. You could be putting in less, or you could be putting in more. Everyone is different, and don't ever be comparing yourself to someone else. Compounding happens really quick. There's a book on that shelf back there about compounding, and it really is powerful. It can work against you as well. So just make sure it's working for you. But we have to identify how much money we're going to put in. We're going to put that in every month. And that money will allow us, we would hope, basically, aside from profits, to buy a new product or near enough every single month. Would that be the game plan, Alex?
Yeah, totally. So I think probably what we're trying to do is we're trying to make Product Launch Ninja like one of the coolest and the best communities and places where people can come in who want to start and grow an Amazon business. Okay. And I think both of us would agree we want to take it further than that in the future. For now, it's just Amazon FBA, which is what our skill set is in. So by consistently promoting Product Launch Ninja and growing that community, we want to reinvest the profits that business makes into this bonus, into this live demo or this live series. That's kind of our game plan. So if somebody comes in, we almost want to reinvest that money into the community. That's the kind of thinking of it, rather than just like putting this money in or that money in or wherever from our pockets. We want to consistently promote Product Launch Ninja as being the place to be. And then the money that business earns, we're going to reinvest the profits back into the community to make it even better through things like PLN Live and other stuff we've got planned for the future. But I think this will be one of the most valuable parts of the whole community. At least I'd hope to think it is, because like Peter said at the start, Amazon sellers, there's some weird vibe around some people where they, and I can kind of understand it actually, because if you have a successful product, why would you want to share that with somebody else? Because then the logic is, oh, somebody is going to go and steal that idea and steal that product and steal that supplier, when in fact there are literally millions of opportunities on Amazon. And we just basically want to get to a place where we show you guys in the community exactly how we're finding products. And we want to have, I think I've said this so many times, we want to get people to a point where they have more ideas than money to invest in them. So they can literally cherry pick product ideas as and when they have funds. And that is how you build a long-term business in this game. You just keep reinvesting the profits, take some money out for yourself. That's cool. You keep reinvesting into new products and grow this thing. And I think we said on another podcast as well, it's something that one of our old mentors taught us. They were big in the fact of trying not to focus on hitting home runs every time with products. So there's some people that will tell you, right, you can go out there and just find one product. It's going to be a home run product. It's going to make you millions. When, yes, of course that can happen. But I feel with this business, it's almost better to put our eggs in multiple baskets and think about hitting first and second base over and over and over again. So first and second base could be something like Peter's dog whistle. So that product sold like absolute crazy. And what made it so successful was, one, it was a simple product. It sold really well. It was in demand. But Peter was also selling it in multiple different markets. So he was leveraging the fact that he could sell in all these different markets and generate multiples of that profit, right? So in essence, he was hitting first and second base over and over again by making 5, 10, 15 sales a day in each marketplace, rather than trying to think, right, how am I going to hit 100 sales in one day with one product, which is obviously can happen. But as a beginner starting out on this, I think it's way more realistic to be like, right, how do we find a product that is going to keep consistently selling, that people are going to buy, and it's just going to tick over, and we can keep adding to that inventory as we grow. And then you'd be surprised at how fast that growth, just hockey stick growth, it just goes crazy. And it'll happen slowly over time.
Absolutely.
And yeah, that's the way I would like to see things. And that's kind of like the methodology that I adopted when I started. And I think we're always talking as well about building a house brand. So like we've said to the guys in the community, although you may not want to sell your business in the future, it's always good to have the mindset of that when you're starting. So we're quite obsessed about building a brand. So not something that is like Nike or anything like that. We're just talking like an Amazon house brand. So maybe you sell a certain type of product that you can have what do you call it? A collection of products that is branded. They have a name for themselves. And you could, if you wanted to, you could become the go-to person for that specific type of product in a niche if you wanted to. But we want to build assets. So a brand is an asset. And whether you want to sell this business or not, I think from the start, it's always worth thinking about a business like that, so that you do build an asset. So rather than you just selling, I don't know, random products, which is something, again, we're being completely transparent with this. We've been victim of this in the past. We've literally gone out, found products that they're money makers, which is fine. But we've sold products in all different niches, and there isn't really a connection with the brand, if that makes sense. So one.
Yeah, it's
one
random,
month you could-
Alex, isn't it?
Exactly, it's random. That's probably the best way of putting it. Whereas I think, I think the better way of building things is thinking of this as like, how do I build a house brand on Amazon? And then, obviously, if you wanted to, you could expand off Amazon with that. You could build your own Shopify store. You could sell on eBay. You could sell on other platforms. There's so many different avenues you could go on this. It's crazy, right?
And it's amazing, Alex, because like Amazon can actually fulfill those orders as well.
Exactly. So
So
you
they can ship those goods.
Yeah. So
Which is
I tell you what,
the power of it. And
go on, carry on.
so, sorry,
Cut you
Alex, I was
off
just going to say, I was just going to say, as well as that, when I was talking about a house brand, when you're finding products, right? And for those of you that are on our Monday night coaching calls, I keep coming back to that. I want to get a better name because it sounds a bit boring, Monday night coaching calls. I want to have something more exciting. But basically, for those of you that are on the call, guys, you would have noticed that when we find one product, right, you literally all of a sudden, it's like product. So suddenly you find all these products and generally they're all in the one niche. So straight away, there's a brand, And I think, but that's not to say don't look at other niches and stuff. You can, but let's try to build these into little compartments of brands.
Well, this
also, like, don't be
happened,
thinking.
Sorry, this happened on a coaching call last week. Like we were literally
That's
so
fine.
on our Monday night coaching calls that we have right at the minute. If you're watching this, we help students with whatever they need help with in the business, and because we're quite new at the minute in terms of like, yes, we've got like a handful of members right now, which we're looking to grow, but it gives us the advantage of being able to work closely with these people at the minute because we've got enough time to do so. So on these coaching calls, most people at the minute are looking for products, and that's probably where you'll spend 80% of your time in this business, finding new opportunities, right? And we were literally cherry picking and finding products for the students. So we were literally like, look, let's do a product research session together, and we'll literally identify products me and Peter would potentially go deeper into looking at getting pricing for. And we came across 2 or 3 really good products on the call last week. And we were just basically like, look, if any of you guys want to pursue this, go and pursue it. Fantastic. And I guess at this stage, the luxury is we are literally helping people. We're literally finding products for people in essence. I don't want to get too deep on that rabbit hole because I want to keep it on PLN Live and what we're doing. But yeah, at the minute we've got the capacity to help people on a closer level, which is fantastic, and almost hand out products that we find, which is amazing.
It's actually funny though. And like that's the thing though. Sorry, Alex. Go on.
Yeah, so we found, again, like Peter was saying, we found from those products, we found gold mines off those products. Like I think Peter was trying to say, we found nests of products is probably the best way to find it, right?
Absolutely. And I think people as well, like when we're finding these products, where it's something, it's reignited like this. I actually really love finding products. It's so exciting. Like when you find a really good product, you're like, wow, that's amazing. There's such a buzz when you find a good product and you're like, look, this is a no-brainer. Let's go for it. So that's really what we're doing. And that's kind of hopefully what we can share here, because by sharing it, you guys can just follow along. And I love sharing. I think it's something that really, really excites me. Kind of like one of the things for me on Amazon, this is probably the only thing I don't like about it, and it's just me, is basically when you're doing it on your own. I think that can be quite lonely. It's personality type. Some people love to work on their own, and that's great. For me, I'm more of I get energy off people. So by doing this, it gives me a buzz. By jumping on Monday night, it gives me a buzz. By bringing the community with me, it gives me a buzz. And I hope also it gives the community a buzz. Like, you're not alone. You're in this community. We're here to help you. There's enough products for all of us to succeed and all of us to win. And me and Alex, we're going to do our best to make sure you actually have really good success. So yeah, inside PLN Live here, what we're doing is we're bringing the money in. We're going to reinvest into these products, which will create this really amazing content for you guys. But also we'll be going forward. So we'll be growing these products on Amazon in different regions. So in the US, UK, Europe, Australia, if the market allows, and maybe other markets. Canada, we'll be doing that. And then also, as Alex said, maybe we'll start developing a Shopify store as well and leveraging that to your Amazon store. We'll be doing all this. Doesn't mean you have to do it all at once, but it means if you want to do it, the roadmap is there. You've seen us having to deal with tax or deal with, we don't have this, like we all love the governments, don't we? I say governments because you can deal with them all, and you don't have the LTP 64764 dash form filled in. Like, we'll fill that in, we'll figure it out. Like, we'll translate it from French. We'll do whatever. So that's kind of what we're doing, because, guys, it can be a minefield if you haven't done it before, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
Would you agree, Alex?
Yeah, we'll call it there for this episode, and I think then in the next episode we'll start trying to release these a little bit more frequently, maybe a couple of weeks or something, and we'll just literally share exactly what we're doing, where we're up to with the business, and obviously if you guys have got any questions about that part of the process, and ask away, or if we've missed anything or want to elaborate on anything, obviously let us know and we can make videos on that.
Absolutely. Well, look, guys, take care, and we'll see you soon here on PLN Live.
Good stuff. See you in a bit.
What a great episode. I am so excited for what is to come inside Product Launch Ninja. It is really such an amazing little community, and it's starting to grow a lot. So it's good fun. If you guys, if that resonated with you, and if you want to actually maybe build your own Amazon business, that would be absolutely brilliant. So what you can do is go to the address. It's down below. It's www.productlaunchninja.com/free. Opt in for the free training that gets you on our email list, which means you don't miss anything. And it also means that you can attend every Thursday night, 8 p.m. UK. We run some free training. You can attend that as well. And yeah, it'd be great to have you there, and see what we can do in terms of finding new products and getting you going. So guys, thank you so much. And we will see you again very, very soon here on the podcast. Take care.